Having 6 to 9 months of emergency savings is completely pointless and a waste of good money. I'm Kalilah Reynolds, financial journalist and educator. Now, you've probably heard financial gurus say that you need to have an emergency fund that can cover 6 to 9 months of your expenses just in case something happens. But let me tell you why that's complete rubbish. You do not need 6 to 9 months of expenses tucked away in the bank, losing value every single day. First of all, it's an almost impossible goal if your income is low and you have to spend most of it on day-to-day expenses. For most people here in Jamaica, there's not much of anything left after you pay all your bills. So how are you supposed to save up 6 to 9 months worth of expenses? It will take you years to accumulate that much cash. And even if you do, that pile of cash is losing value every day it stays in the bank. They're charging you fees to keep it there and barely paying you any interest, like 0 point little bit %. Plus, inflation is eating it away because the cost of living is going up every day. But yet, these same gurus will tell you that you shouldn't start investing until you have this big pile of cash sitting around in your emergency fund. Again, total BS. You do not need a big pile of cash to cover emergencies. What you do need is access to money in case of an emergency. Let me explain. So why do the gurus advise you to save 6 to 9 months worth of expenses? Well, just in case you lose your job or you can't work for an extended period, right? But let's say that was to happen. Do you need all 6 to 9 months of salary up front? No, you'll need that over time. Every month you'll need just enough to cover that month. So a better approach would be to have 1 month emergency savings in cash and the rest invested in low-risk liquid assets that are going to pay you a return. Now, when I say liquid assets, I'm referring to something that will generate income for you, but that you can also easily sell in case of an emergency. For example, some types of stocks. Most stocks can be sold for cash within less than a week. But note that I also said low risk because you don't want to take the chance that an emergency happens and you have to sell at a significant loss. So you want to look for stable, traditional companies, preferably ones that pay consistent dividends. That way, you can look forward to a dividend check every few months, and rather than paying the bank to hold your money, the company will pay you for being a shareholder. And if something happens and you need quick access to your money, you can always sell your stock fairly quickly for cash. In the interim, you still have your 1 month's emergency savings that you can draw on immediately, and you may also have access to a credit card, which is an interest-free loan for up to a month, because remember, you don't pay interest on a credit card as long as you pay by the due date. So if you do have an emergency and the expense can be put on a credit card, you can put that expense on the card, then pay it off in a couple days when you get the cash from selling your stock. It's a much more practical approach than hoarding cash. This strategy can help you make your money grow while still ensuring that you're protected in case of an emergency. And that's the bottom line. So what do you think about this strategy? Let me know in the comments. Take my Investing for Beginners Masterclass inside the Money Mission community. The link is in the description. Let's get this money.
Let's get this money.